connecting in with some messages from Spirit here, being able to have some words of guidance, some wisdom that will really connect it in with your life at the moment. If you're drawn to this and it's found you, then this reading is most probably for you. If it's not fitting in right now, give it a save and come back to it later, because I can guarantee that at some point it will resonate with what you're going through. Okay, so we've got put on your dancing shoes and walk along the beach. We encourage you to move. So this is coming with a message that there is some movement in your life that you're thinking about. It's a bit of a stagnant energy at the moment, and Spirit are really asking you to be able to find some passion, find some flow, and put those dancing shoes on and make things happen. So Spirit is really encouraging you to move. And then we've got let the animals of the earth support you, feel the unconditional love. So the more that you're connecting in and trying to find that energy that's helping you motivate, helping you move, connecting in and grounding with nature, being able to stop and just listen to the birds, connect it in, watching different animals moving around, doing what they're doing, it makes you realise that life isn't, always easy to observe all the tiny parts unless we actually take a moment to see what is important, and then we realise that insignificant things do actually have great meaning. But then also there's so many creatures around us doing so many different things that we don't even notice it, and often when we're sat there trying to find a way to move forward and trying to find that motivation, we have that fear of worrying that somebody is going to judge our movements, going to judge what we're going to do. And often everybody is quite busy, just like the animals are out there, doing their own thing, getting on and worrying about their own movements in life. So this is watch those animals, connect in with them, and see the fact that, unless we actually choose to observe, we don't observe. Take time to pamper yourself or let others take care of you. So this is definitely a really, really important message that's coming through, because we've got the animal there again, we've got the bee. And with the bee, they live in communities, they have their hive. And making those moves are sometimes difficult when we haven't got the support, we haven't got the encouragement from others. So this is about trying to find that community, they're trying to find that support around us that we can connect in with, and be kind to ourselves and let other people have the moment to be able to gift you something. Because I get, as much as you probably like to give other people things, other people really enjoy sharing that as well and giving to other people. And when we don't allow and we don't ask for help, we don't always allow in the opportunity of giving the other people giving us their gifts. So just the gift of being taken care of. People love to look after each other most of the time when we connect and it's people you love. So your intuition is strong. We are reaching out to help. So with this card, I'm kind of getting the energy of you're trying to connect in with that motivation, but there's people that have passed and gone that you are really missing, and it's a big part of that grief that you're going through, that cycle of grief that's connecting in and stopping you from kind of moving forwards. It's almost like, I can't do it now, they're not here, or I need some advice but they're not here. And when we can't connect in with those people that we've lost, that we would turn to, sometimes we end up feeling lost because we're not sure where to turn to. And that other card where it says connecting in with other people, and I said about connecting in with community, that's what you definitely need to do. So there's definitely this message. It feels like it's coming from quite a masculine energy here, and whoever is around this reading, whoever is trying to push this reading out to connect with you, it had been quite a middle-aged to late, I suppose middle to 50s age. He wasn't all that old when he passed, and he would have liked to always help, always be there, always for comfort and reassurance, but because you haven't got that, you are kind of lost at the moment. So I've already said about connecting in with nature and listening to the birds. We've got birds or messengers that we use to communicate with you. So there's always a saying about robins: when a robin is near when a robin is here, a loved one is near. It's got the robin there, so connecting with the birds around you. Like, notice when you're having certain thoughts and when you're feeling certain energies, what birds show up. They all have their own individual meanings, so check out which ones pop up. You'll get different messages with that. And I already said about feeling lonely, so this is just kind of affirming in a visual. We understand that sometimes you may feel alone, but we're always here. So just because their physical bodies have gone, it doesn't mean that they aren't there supporting you, cheering you on. They can't give you those words of wisdom anymore, but they've got you. There is part of you, them in you, and you just need to channel in that energy of them and know that they're always with you. They'll always be with you, with your memories. They'll always be in your heart, and that they're always around you in that energy, because energy can't be created nor destroyed. It just is, and it continues on. So problems that have held you back are being cleared. We are monitoring it. So I've already said that there's definitely things that you're trying to push past for that motivation. Again, this is just confirming the fact of what I've already said. Those problems have been holding you back, and it's about working through them, finding that courage, trying to understand why you are feeling like you're feeling. And sometimes it's just about accepting that stage of grief that you're in. Because they can flip from day to day, they can flip from moment to moment. Memories can trigger a different stage of grief, and it's just allowing it to be what it is and not trying to change it, but trying to understand it and figure out a way for you to manage that grief. Okay, so don't rush in making big decisions right now. Take your time. So I'm just saying about letting those emotions come up. Don't judge it, don't try to change it. Things are what they are. And it's all about learning how to process different emotions with grief. This is exactly that. So taking your time with those emotions. Don't rush yourself to sort of as people sometimes say, because a lot of people that haven't experienced deep grief, they sort of say, you should have sort of got over it, or, use this that you've used before, and, it'll help you work through it. Just connecting with what you used to do. And it doesn't, when you have a loss that's really impactful, it doesn't, you can't turn back to what it was, because life is forever changed when we've had a great deal of loss. So, tune in to the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. Again, this is just confirming what I've already said about sitting down and grounding and connecting with nature, recognizing that everything around us is still going on, and it's only when we really connect in to what all those little individual animals are doing that we actually notice it. So you can do you. It's okay to do you, because the rest of the world is kind of concentrating on doing them. So nobody's particularly watching unless they have a particular interest in knowing what you're doing, and usually that's people that love you. Focus your mind on what you really want. We are helping. So this is it. Going back to the beginning card and what I'd already said, focusing in on what you really want. So that what you are trying to create in your life or want to create in your life, but finding those struggles to actually make it happen. This card is telling you to focus your mind on that, and Spirit will be there supporting you and helping you through it. So this whole reading really is letting you know that Spirit is there with you, always guiding you, always supporting you, and the more that you connect in with yourself and with nature, the more that you will understand a way to move forwards.